Today, we are diving headfirst into a massive consumer dilemma. If you've spent literally any time looking into hair care lately, you've definitely seen these two glossing treatments absolutely dominating search results, right? On one side, we've got the drugstore darling, on the other, the luxury heavyweight. So, we're going to break down the real-world performance today using some fantastic, independent data from HairBrushy so you don't end up wasting your hard-earned money on pure hype.
Okay, let's jump right into the ultimate buying question that's definitely on your mind when you're staring at these bottles. Kérastase costs way more than L'Oréal's Glycolic Gloss. So the source reviewers rigorously tested both to see if the luxury product actually gives better shine, smoother ends, or longer-lasting frizz control. Is that premium price tag truly justified by the performance, or does the drugstore dupe hold its own? To actually settle this debate once and for all, the reviewers put these two dominating products through an intense 5-day side-by-side trial. And they didn't just casually use them in the shower. They maintained scientific-level consistency. We're talking the same lighting, the same camera, the exact same brush pairings, just to eliminate any outside variables. We are looking at a true showdown to see which formula actually delivers on its promises over a full work week. Now, we have to start with a price shock, because let's be real. Choosing between $13 and $60 is a serious financial anchor. Breaking it down by the ounce, L'Oréal sits comfortably at about $1.30. Kérastase, a whopping $7.50 per ounce. To put that into perspective, over a 6-month period of consistent use, you're looking at around $52 for L'Oréal versus $135 for Kérastase. That's a massive gap, and it completely sets the stage for our expectations here. You know, a major flaw in a lot of beauty testing is treating all hair exactly the same. But brilliantly, the reviewers split this test between two totally distinct hair profiles. We have Mish, who has fine, color-treated hair, and Stacy, who has thick, frizz-prone hair. This is absolutely crucial because what works for thin, delicate strands might completely flop on thick, coarse hair, and vice versa. So keep these two profiles in mind because you'll likely relate to one of them as we go through the results. Let's look at the day one results. And right out of the gate, L'Oréal is the underdog winning the instant gratification round. Its glycolic acid formula is specifically designed for immediate surface moving, and man, it shows. Testers noted that with L'Oréal, shine appears super quickly and the ends feel smoother right away. Kérastase, on the other hand, leans into these complex conditioning agents. It definitely feels richer, but it's heavier and actually takes longer to rinse out. So day one absolutely goes to the fast, visible shine of the drugstore option. This initial data translates perfectly to real life if you have fine hair. Just listen to this quote from Mish. She points out that while L'Oréal's instant shine did fade kind of fast, that $13 price point meant she could just reapply it every few days completely guilt-free. But the really crucial takeaway is her experience with the luxury option. Those heavy, complex conditioning agents that make Kérastase a premium product, they actually weighed down her fine strands. So if your hair is fine, heavier absolutely does not mean better. But wait. Let's move to days 2 and 3, because this is where the heavyweight Kérastase really starts to earn its keep. While L'Oréal started dulling and letting that annoying frizz creep back in by day 2, Kérastase woke up. The trial notes show that Kérastase provided a noticeable reduction in frizz. The shine actually deepened, and the hair stayed so glossy that the testers hardly needed any dry shampoo. For Stacy's thick, frizz-prone hair, the luxury product acts like a marathon runner. As she noted, Kérastase smoothed her ends like a professional salon blowout, whereas L'Oréal just couldn't go the distance past day 2. Look, when you're fighting thick, unruly hair, getting multiple days of frizz control without needing to wash and restyle, that's a huge win. This extended performance is exactly where that $60 investment starts to truly justify itself. By the time we hit days 4 and 5 of the test, the diverging paths of these two products become undeniable. For L'Oréal, the frizz fully returned and the tester literally needed to re-gloss entirely just to get some light bounce back. Meanwhile, Kérastase maintained continued smoothness and hold. The blowout actually stayed sleek and lasted way longer. It's a textbook difference between a quick surface fix and deep, lasting conditioning. So what does this all mean for you? The final decision really just comes down to your specific hair goals. The visual difference here is striking. You can choose the light, immediate surface shine, or you can go for the rich, deeply conditioned salon finish. Both glosses clearly deliver real results, but they serve entirely different needs. So here is the final verdict. L'Oréal is the undisputed winner if you're on a budget or if you have fine hair. If your main goal is just a quick sprint to visible shine for a night out and you don't mind reapplying it, this is your pick for sure. The data reveals a pretty incredible statistic. L'Oréal gives you 70 to 80% of the luxury benefit for less than 25% of the cost.
For fine or color-treated hair like Misha's, this lighter formula is actually the superior, safer choice.
On the flip side, Kérastase is absolutely worth the splurge, but only if you meet certain conditions. If your hair is thick, coarse, high porosity, and you're in a constant battle with frizz, the drugstore option just isn't going to hold up over time. Kérastase wins if you want that deep, long-lasting salon gloss feel that carries you straight through day 3, 4, and 5. If you fit Stacy's profile, that $60 isn't just paying for a fancy designer label, it's paying for a complex formula that handles unruly hair like a pro. Knowing what we know now from this incredibly structured 5-day test, we've totally removed the guesswork. We've seen how they perform on day 1 versus day 5, and we know exactly how they react to fine strands versus thick frizz. So what's it going to be for your routine? Will you choose the quick sprint to affordable shine, or are you going to invest in the marathon of luxury frizz control? Take a hard look at your own hair type and budget and make the choice that works for you. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep asking the right questions.
Find your perfect hairbrush, HairBrushy.